Hello once again, YouTube. Chris the Nightbringer here, bringing you some freaking Feed the Beast action. When we left off, we had finished building a major build, or the beginnings of a major build. You could see it over there, and guess what else? As you can see, the render distance on this shit is turned up really high, and that's because I'm playing on a new computer, a brand new computer. Oh my god, it's amazing. It's dished out with all the latest technologies and stuff. Oh shit, I just fell off this. It's not, like the best computer in the world, but it is fucking so much better than the one I had before, and look how fucking far I can see. I have never been able to see this far in a Minecraft anything in, like, maybe over a year. Um, when I originally did my Minecraft playthroughs, and possibly the last Feed the Beast series, I used to be able to play with far render distance turned on. But yeah, you could see the build that we did last episode. It's right there in all its magnificent glory. As well as the road layout, and a lot of shit has changed probably since the last episode. I don't think I really went over any of this. But as you can see, a lot of stuff has been cleared out, and that's to make room for more buildings that are coming along the way. I have things mapped out and planned out with wool. I've repaid actually a portion of the materials it costs to build that so far, which is pretty cool. So quickly, I'm just going to show you the changes, and I'm also going to, real quick, I just want to show you something. You may notice that the ground is very bright and all these roads are lit up, and that's because of my magnificent genius. Now I'm going to go into options real quick, and I'm going to turn down the brightness all the way to dim, so you can see just get the feeling that this city is going to have once it's done. All the roads and all the buildings are going to get lit up like this, and it's going to be really awesome looking at night. That's probably the best time to look at these builds is at night, and it's just going to look so fucking great. I am going to turn peaceful on real quick, um, simply because I don't want stuff blowing up in front of my face. So yeah, a little bit in terms of news real quick, and then we have to jump into the holographic projector so I could show you something that we are building today, because this is going to be another building episode. Now, I just want to get this out real quick. I know there are people that watch this a lot more than my other videos, which is kind of lame to me because I really would appreciate it if other people started watching other videos of mine. But uh, besides that point, I want to ask you people that watch this series personally if you would like to see this series more often, which would be me actually playing Feed the Beast and building stuff, and not so much time-lapse building, but, just playing it in general. So yeah, that's just a question I want to pose to anyone that's watching and commenting. So yeah, reply like immediately, like fucking do it right now. Uh, and I'll think about it. Because it's kind of awkward to do this series as a Let's Play. Maybe later it will be more of a Let's Play, but right now it's not. That being said, one of the things I wanted to show you guys, let me turn it to day, let me turn on the brightness to like, oh, yeah, I'll just turn it all the way up. So yeah, here we have uh, a magnificent map of the layout of all this stuff. And real quick, I just want to go over some of this stuff. But here we have the Mega Tower, right? Fucking fantastic. That's the building that we started right over there. And this big ass hole is the 100 and believe it's 2 meter wide ditch. Ditch? It's not a ditch. It's the shaft that will extend to the earth. We have to get through a layer of bedrock. I'll take care of that some other time because right now we aren't really going underground. Um, and you can see I've started to clear out a large amount of area. I've started to wipe out forests. I'm deforesting these areas, quarrying them, and then filling up all the water and pumping out the water uh, into my machinery. I have some water going on here. I have a massive thing of biofuel. This was all acquired through deforestation. It's fucking insane. But I think because of Greg Tech, it limits my ability to consume. So yeah, there's all that going on. Today we are focusing on this building plot right here. We are going to be building my headquarters in the city, or at least my first headquarters. In the future, I might make something more imperial, so to speak, because after all, I am the emperor of mankind. Um, you know how that is. So we're gonna jump into. I don't even know if I should jump into the holographic projector. I don't think I have to. Oh no, wait, there is. I, while I do have a map, there was one more thing I wanted to show you before we started building today's build. I think there's a terrain glitch going on over there. Holy shit. There's like a big ass ravine under that. Can that go away? See, I love this though, because like now you can see all these impressive mountains around my builds, and it's just going to look really cool. It's going to be like a city built into the landscape. So we're going to turn on the holographic projector, and we're going to get into this shit. So yeah. Right, and step away from the console here. So I expanded a little bit of this room. I don't think I changed anything in here. I think the actual exit is now over in this direction. There isn't really much in here that I want to show you aside from the new room that I put in the back of the main lobby, I guess, of the holographic projector. Basically, this is an like a layout. I don't know how I just messed up saying that. This is basically a layout for what I want to achieve with this series. Currently, this is technically what I have. It's like a miniature, basically. Think of it as a miniature, right? And this is what I have down so far. So, quickly, we'll just look at all this stuff and I'll point it out. Let me just turn on... Oh shit, that was the wrong button. There we go. So the white wool is unspecified terrain. So it's basically all the things that I really haven't touched yet or haven't figured out yet. Aside from the shaft, this is the shaft. This is a physical representation of the shaft in this miniature model. Here we have the double-laned avenue that's in front of the Mega Tower. This is all that we have completed of the Mega Tower. In the end, to give you an idea of scale, the Mega Tower, along with all these buildings and stuff, should be about that tall compared to everything else. This is where my current base is. This is where that map was in the overworld. So the Mega Tower should be that big, approximately. So we have all these different symbols over here for everything that I plan on doing, and I just wanted to show you this because I thought it was really cool. Is we're gonna have like a holographic map of the layout of the city, and I'll be bringing this over into the overworld when we're done laying out a decent portion of it. When we fill up the size of this room, I think I'll bring it over. But we have avenue, rail lines, rail tracks, which I don't really have any on there right now. Planned roads, finished roads, you know, residential, industrial, and commercial buildings, non-specific buildings. This right here is approximately how big the, let me get rid of the sign, approximately how big the tower is that I'm going to build. Now compare that to these mountains. This thing is about to go to world height. We're going to build that in like 2 minutes. I'm taking up too much time as I speak, but and you know, there's a few other little symbols for markers that I have, you know, to let me know that, you know, this building is not finished, so there's a big red fucking exclamation point. Obviously, because it isn't finished, we only built the fucking lobby and we haven't even furnished it yet. So, there's all sorts of, you know, stuff that I have ready to go. I don't know what I was doing. I think this was going to be another mega tower. Yeah, there might be another mega tower over here, and like buildings in between. So yeah, that's the holographic map, and that's it. We're gonna get right into the building of this now. Let me jump out of the holographic projector, and we'll start this really cool build. It's fucking amazing, so stick with me. So, we begin... Alright. So, here you can see we begin with the base already completed. I did that off camera because, to be honest, that's not really the most important thing when it comes to a build at all. I mean, the base is cool and all, but like, and it has a really good design. It's actually really interesting. It's kind of like, I don't know, an 8-sided cross, so to speak. Yeah, I think that's the best way I can explain it. Yeah, I'm right now constructing these massive, I wouldn't say they're pylons, but I guess they're sort of supports that go straight into the ground and are part of the base of the structure of this huge fucking tower. The base is many times larger than the actual tower itself, and like I said, with my new computer, you can actually see so much more of what's going on. That being said, I'm still going to cut some of the footage out because either I wasn't doing something on camera or I'm trying to shave off time on this video. But this thing has like these really huge vents on the side, and I don't know why. And if you don't know anything about what I'm building, it's based off of SimCity building the Megacorp headquarters. So it's very interesting, it's very industrial, and it's very cyberpunk and, you know, futuristic and grungy, a little grungy, It's more, you know, indicative of a mega corporation bent on ruling all. Fire and blood. Fucking look at that shit in the background. You can see that this is set in a inhospitable place, and holy shit. So there's one of these huge corner supports, and I copied that around. Surprisingly, World Edit does copy things in Feed the Beast. It's a bit awkward, but it works. Or should I say MC Edit copies things from Feed the Beast Worlds, and it's pretty awesome because I really did not want to build that thing again. Diagonals, trying to use diagonals with like slabs and stuff is just awful. So I was fortunate to have that happen. Right here you could see me building the front entrance, some, you know, air conditioning units and some other machinery that you find at the top of buildings and whatnot. And then, you know, the facade of the front of the building, at the base of the building at least. Of course I make mistakes, and you can see me fixing some of the numbering there. You can also see me utilizing the Builder's Wand. Now that may be considered cheaty, but at the same time, I am recording all of the materials that I've used during this build. I will tell you ahead of time, it costs at least 90 stacks of iron tank walls dyed in various colors to build this. At least 90. I wouldn't be surprised if it's over 120 stacks of iron tank walls to build this. Um, there's like 3 stacks of blocks of lead, and it's just like ridiculous. There's shit tons of glass and green or gray wool. So yeah, the cost of this building will be very high when I get around to paying off the debt that comes along with building this shit without actually getting the materials legitimately. So in order for me to actually use the Builder's Wand, I have to spawn that item in, and yeah, it's not like it's just building for me, and it's not like it's spawning things in without me counting it up. I have to do that myself. Now, if we really won't be paying back any of these materials, in my backwards notion of this series, we won't be paying them back for a long time because we won't be getting into factories for a while. Here you can see me starting to build the main tower. I didn't add detail because that was too tedious and it would take too long, far too long. Doing one of these windows would have taken a full 20 minutes, I have no doubt, just because of all the little iron strips and stuff that I had to place on them in order to make it look like these windows have like panes of glass instead of just a gigantic freaking wall of glass. So it's complicated, and I'd rather not bore you with those little details, but as you can see, we are slowly making our way up. I really like this tower. It's fucking amazing. It's got like a variety in terms of, you know, what is shown on the face. It's dynamic. Even though it seems like a straight up flat up tower, this is what you have to do when you build in Minecraft. You have to change it up. And this tower certainly changes it up. You can see that there's 2 floors of big windows, and then there's a smaller window, and then there's, you know, an area where there isn't even windows, and then there's that huge window I just got done building, and on the sides there's like these really cool weird support beams that go all the way up. And when this tower is finished, and you'll probably see this in a later video, but when this tower is finished, it looks really freaking sweet. The prototype version came out amazing, and I have no doubt that this is going to be just as cool, because basically it's the same goddamn thing as the prototype, or at least I'm building it to be the same. So there's no reason why it shouldn't turn out fucking cool, and I think it's amazing. So a few things I want to say ahead of time. First, I said that I'm cutting parts of the video to save time, and I really need you guys' feedback on this. I want to know whether you want me to film more of the construction and post it more often. The only downside to that is you won't be seeing as much progress each video. In this video, I basically completely build the structure of this tower. If I were to post videos more often, you would be seeing me build segments of this tower. I don't know if you guys want that. I don't know if you want a full product over the course of a while, or if you want regular updates where less progress is made. So if you guys could comment and tell me what you would prefer to see, I can totally make that happen. The only reason I take so long to post these videos is because I build the prototypes before I build them on camera because I don't want to be second guessing myself while I'm on camera building something. I want to make sure I have it right, and then I, go from there. So I really would appreciate if you guys could tell me what you want to see, if you want to see this more often, or if you would rather keep it in the format that it is currently at. And that'd be a great help because, I want to be able to make sure that you guys are seeing what you want. And I mean, if you want to stick with this, that's totally fine with me. I don't really have anything planned right now. I don't know what I'm building next, to be honest. Probably some sort of other random shitty building. um, that has absolutely no, part in the actual factory setup of this. This particular building, I don't know if I mentioned this, but this is like my mega corporation building. I'm thinking of names for the corporation. I'm probably not going to take suggestions unless you're like a fucking genius and your suggestion is amazing, like 100% a billion amazing. I'm probably going to come up with the name myself. That being said, I have no idea what it's going to be called. There's a few other things I wanted to talk about, and just take a moment here to look at how fucking tall this tower is getting. Big windows, big fucking green windows all over the place, and it just looks amazing, and I love it. There's going to be really nice glowing red lava lights on this building, and you mean, you use the tanks. I have a particular set of tanks on here in this mod pack that allow me to have lava in them, and when the lava is in them, they glow, unlike the industrial craft, or I think it's Feed the Beast tanks, or not Feed the Beast, Build Craft tanks. I believe the Build Craft tanks and possibly the industrial craft tanks don't glow when there's lava in them, but this does. These tanks do. So you won't be able to see that in this video because I didn't fill them up because it takes a shit ton of lava. But you will see that in the future, and it looks amazing. It is one of the coolest light sources I've ever seen, and it fits perfectly well with the, whole maniacal theme that goes on with this tower, the whole, industrial mega corporation sort of stuff. And of course, the setting is fucking fantastic. Purple sky, my favorite color. It's just amazing. The tree off to the right, you can see I'm fucking surpassing the tree in height. This is how big this tower is. And you might even see it at the end of this little segment. I can't even fly my jetpack up that high because it goes past the jetpack's capability. The jetpack can only go up to like 180 meters high, or Y 180, and I can't even like jetpack my way to the top of this building. I have to climb it. It's just impossible, and it's fucking ridiculous, and it's so good, and it's so me, over the top, fucking amazing. Anyway, back to some of my other stuff. I guess right now I'll take some time to announce a few things because really all you're doing is watching me build this while I'm talking to you. So I'm going to announce a few things. I have a full Banished playthrough that I'm going to be going through. I have already started it. It's been, well, the first episode's been started. I haven't really posted anything else, and hopefully I'll post another episode soon. I have Starbound that I want to continue. I have a SimCity series that I will be starting, and it's not going to be like a full playthrough. It's more going to be like we're going to design cities, and I'm going to show you some cool stuff, with that I do, I guess. I don't know. We're going to make awesome looking cities, and then, that's basically going to be it. That series is not going to be very long, I don't think. And if it is, well, fucking, I don't know. You're going to have to deal with it. What else is there? I might be doing some Space Engineers. I might be doing StarMade. I don't know. StarMade has been getting really cool updates lately, and I haven't played that game in ages. And I know a lot of my subscribers came to me because of StarMade. So I want to know, do you guys want me to play some more StarMade? If you say yes, I will check out StarMade, what's going on with StarMade lately. I'll post updates, videos, I don't know, something. I'll figure it out. Also, as much as some of you might hate it or like it, I'm finishing Assassin's Creed Black Flag. I'm gonna do it as quickly as I fucking possibly can. That being said, I bulk recorded the shit out of that series, and I haven't played it for literally like 2 months. So all of the footage that you'll be seeing for the next few Assassin's Creed Black Flag videos are fucking months old, and it's old shit. And after I get through that bulk section of recorded videos, I will continue as like as I can't even speak. At the fastest speed I possibly can, I will finish that series. I will post those video. I will like post 2 videos a day in order to finish that series. It's the first series I would actually complete, because none of the series that I start complete, which is kind of unfortunate. Here I am finishing up the tower, so that's pretty cool. And holy shit, fucking super mega canyon run over here. And look at that, we got the fucking original Mega Tower build that we did last episode, and you know, that's cool. We'll finish working on that eventually, or continue working on it eventually. And here you can see the tower that we just completed. Now, it's not done yet. It is by no means done yet. We have lots of detail work and interior design to do, and fucking look at that, it's amazing. So, I hope you enjoyed some of the news. In the future, I might be bringing on more people into the channel, and hopefully that raises the value of the content. I honestly don't know how I'm going to do that, but I'm looking into it. I'm thinking about it. I've really lately been, getting this shit together and posting videos as often as I can. You may or may not have noticed. Uh, but yeah, that's all I have to say for now. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the build. Comment, rate, favorite, subscribe. Click the links at the end of the video to watch some of my other stuff, and I'll see you guys later. Like the best computer in the world, but it is fucking so much better than the one I had before, and look how fucking far I can see. I have never been able to see this far in a Minecraft anything in like maybe over a year. Um, when I originally did my Minecraft playthroughs, and possibly the last Feed the Beast series, I used to be able to play with far render distance turned on. But yeah, you could see the build that we did last episode. It's right there in all its magnificent glory, as well as the road layout, and a lot of shit has changed. I'm gonna go into options real quick, and I'm gonna turn down the brightness all the way to dim, so you can see just get the feeling that this city is going to have once it's done. All the roads and all the buildings are gonna get lit up like this, and it's gonna be really awesome looking at night. That's probably the best time to look at these builds is at night, and it's just going to look so fucking great. I am going to turn peaceful on real quick, simply because I don't want stuff blowing up in front of my face. So yeah, a little bit in terms of news real quick, and then we have to jump into the holographic projector so I could show you something that we are building today, because this is going to be another building episode. Now, I just want to get this out real quick. I know there are people that watch this a lot more than my other videos, which is kind of lame to me, because I really would appreciate it if other people started watching other videos of mine. But uh, besides that point, I want to ask you people that watch this series personally if you would like to see this series more often, which would be me actually playing. Hello once again, YouTube. Chris the Nightbringer here, bringing you some freaking Feed the Beast action. When we left off, we had finished building a major build, or the beginnings of a major build. You could see it over there, and guess what else? As you can see, the render distance on this shit is turned up really high, and that's because I'm playing on a new computer. A brand new computer. Oh my god, it's amazing. It's dished out with all the latest technologies and stuff. Oh shit, I just fell off this. It's not probably since the last episode. I don't think I really went over any of this. But as you can see, a lot of stuff has been cleared out, and that's to make room for more buildings that are coming along the way. I have things mapped out and planned out with wool. I've repaid, actually, a portion of the materials it costs to build that so far, which is pretty cool. So quickly, I'm just going to show you the changes. And I'm also going to, real quick, I just want to show you something. You may notice that the ground is very bright and all these roads are lit up, and that's because of my magnificent genius. Now I'm going